What's up guys, Will here, and I want to welcome y'all back to the channel for a new episode of the Whitetail Posse series. As most of y'all know, there is a serious cold front that has swept across the nation. Temperatures have finally dropped here in Texas, and I'm excited to finally see on the whitetail activity forecast from Pro Whitetail that I have percentages above 80 and 90%. I haven't seen that yet this year. Things have been unusually warm, not only here, but across parts of the nation. Deer have still begun to act ruddy, but this cold front is really gonna kick things into high gear. I'm out in my archery dojo right now. I really can't do much outside. So what I have done is I've got this new Burris veracity scope that I put on my rifle here in 6.5 PRC. I'm gonna be shooting this thing the rest of the season, and I'm just taking the time to clean it. You know, shot it in, got it sighted in, and so I'm just getting it cleaned up and just kind of checking on some things and getting things dialed in for this next week. I wanna be ready for next week because we have cold temperatures, freezing temperatures every night, so I am going to have my butt up in a stand. So on today's episode, we're actually gonna be getting in a stand. I'm gonna be filming my own brother, Richard Cooper, as he is attempting to get his first buck with his bow. Now, both him and I have been hunting most of our lives. He is older than I am. And so I'm gonna film him trying to get his first buck. So what you're gonna see here in a little bit, number one, you're gonna see beautiful Central Texas buck. And number two, you're gonna see a reason why, as a camera guy, you don't ever wanna forget a tripod. We got out to the place a little late, and so we were kicking things into high gear so we could get up in the stand and hopefully get a chance at one of the shooter bucks that we have roaming around in our place. So we're gonna go get up in the stand with my brother, and we're gonna see what happens. And then we're actually gonna rewind the clock just a little bit to middle October, October 16th. We're gonna hop in the stand with Parker Meredith, who is with our very own Josh Honeycutt. And Josh is actually trying to help Parker get his very first deer with a smoke pole. Kentucky's got this muzzleloader season that's very short, and so Josh takes Parker out and they have a heck of an encounter. If y'all haven't yet, y'all, make sure you've got the HuntStand app downloaded. We've got a free version, we've got the pro version, and then new this fall, we've got Pro Whitetail. I've been using it extensively. You know, I can't hunt every day, and so I need to make sure I'm maximizing my time. I'm looking at whitetail activity forecasts, and then now with it being November, I'm looking at when our pre-rut dates are, our peak rut, and then even getting into our second rut, so I can help maximize my time and make sure that I'm trying to be in the stand at the right time. Make sure you like, subscribe, and make sure you hit that little bell down below so that way every time we post a video, you get notified, because you don't want to miss out on this content as well as all the other great content that we push out the rest of the year. But we're gonna go get in the stand with my brother Richard and see if he can put an arrow through a great hill country buck. I'm gonna go try and kill a deer. First week of hunting season. Gonna go up to the North Tower, see what we see up there, try and get a quick evening hunt in, see if we can get something to come in for us.
can't make something happen in the morning. I know we didn't wound him, so happy about that. Hopefully we'll get another chance on him. Hi, I'm Parker, and this is my first deer hunt. Let's get a deer. Alright, we're here with Parker, the man of many words. We're hoping to get his first deer today. We're here on the East Farm, and we've got quite a few deer on camera here. There's actually a couple of nice bucks, a nice 8, a nice 9-pointer. But he's never shot a deer before, so we're not holding out for anything huge. We're just hoping to get him a deer. We've had several deer working through this little field. We've got a standing cornfield back here behind us. A lot of these deer are coming down off of the timber. It was recently logged last year. There's a lot of new bedding cover up there. And these deer, they are bedding in it. And so they're working down through that, coming out of that down into this little field, staging up, and then going out into this cut corn or standing cornfield back here behind us. So hopefully we'll see something filter down through here, and maybe it'll give us a shot this afternoon. He'll be able to get his first deer. I'll tell you when. Meh. Meh. Alright, shoot when you're ready. You got him. You got him. I don't know where he's went, but you got him. Well, what do you think about that? Wow. That was crazy. Yeah, that was pretty crazy. They came out of nowhere. So we were sitting there. Two came down the hill, and they came into the clear area. The first one, we let him go past. And the second one looked at us. I got ready to shoot. And I got him. We're gonna give him some time. Yeah. Now we're gonna go try to find him in a minute. Alright, so we've started the blood trailing process. We've tracked it. We give him about 30 minutes or so. And we've started the blood trailing. It's heavy, really heavy blood. It was blood immediately upon where the impact was at, and we only went about 20 yards, and it's really heavy. Blood everywhere. And he took off running, so that's good. He was really spewing, so we're gonna keep going, keep looking. Hopefully he's right up here, not far. Alright, so I've been blood trailing instead of filming. What did we just find? We found the deer. We found him. We were starting to get nervous because right here he was heading toward the property line, and he went quite a bit further than I thought he did. And we found the deer right there. Go over and check him out. What about that? Crazy. That's pretty cool, ain't it?
Yeah.
All right, here, hand me that gun. And then go over there and raise that rack up.
Get it out.
What about that? Is that not pretty cool?
Really cool.
Check that out.
I don't know. I don't know what to think.
Are you,
First deer.
Are you excited?
Yeah.
That's your first deer ever, right?
Yep.
We went turkey hunting this spring and didn't have much luck, but you got a deer.
Yes, I did.
So this early muzzleloader weekend in Kentucky is an excellent time to go. You can really get on the deer, especially since they're still on kind of early season patterns to pre-rut patterns. These deer were bedded up on a creek bottom ridge line, and they came down through the oaks, feeding through the oaks, and then they were kind of going toward crop fields that were back behind us, and we just happened to intercept these deer in that small clearing, which is a spot they like to stage up in just prior to dark, before they kind of go out into the ag fields after dark. So it just worked out, the plan worked out perfectly. And this fellow over here, this youth hunter, Mr. Parker Meredith, is going to learn how to process a deer tonight. So the fun has only begun, and he's got a nice set of antlers to remember the hunt by, and he's going to have a lot of good meals for his family. So congratulations again, you did a phenomenal job.
Hey guys, reflecting on this hunt, it was kind of a product of a couple different things. One, these deer were still on a pattern. They were still kind of bachelored up. It was during that pre-rut phase. We knew where they were bedding at. They were bedding in some recently logged timber from this past year, and they were transitioning through a small clearing that they were staging up in before they went off over into some oaks, I think, and probably some distant ag fields as well. Not hunting where they were bedding at, not hunting where they were feeding at, but setting up along those transition routes, travel routes was really the key. And being able to find where that might have been best, the interception point might have been the best, using HuntStand and using some of these really intuitive layers was certainly key.
We just want to give a shout out to Parker Meredith, man. Congrats on getting your first deer with the smoke pole in Kentucky. And so that was really cool to see. Brought back memories for myself, my first deer with my dad. So it was just really cool to see that. My brother had an opportunity at a great buck in Central Texas. We're calling him the Tall 9. Not real wide, but just an older deer for us on a low fence piece of property. And so, man, it's unfortunate. I've missed deer. A lot of you bow hunters know it happens to everybody. And so luckily my brother kept in good spirits. And so we've still got the rest of the season. And in fact, they're coming down. Him and his family are coming down this weekend. We're gonna spend some time out on the farm, and we're just gonna go get in the blind and see what we can do. This buck, after we shot at him, he's been blowing up on every camera. He has been going across our property, and I'm assuming he's chasing after a hot doe. So we don't know indefinitely where he is. Most of the time we can kind of target these bucks and find out what area they're in, but just right now these deer on our place are just going nuts. He must have a hot doe that he's keeping hot on her trail and not wanting to let her out of his sights. So we're just going to see what stand we can get in, play the wind right, get close to some does, and hopefully he's going to walk by or another shooter buck. So, but luckily though, that buck is still sticking around, and hopefully my brother's going to get another shot at him. And then again, y'all, we just want to thank y'all for tuning in to the Whitetail Posse series. Next week, we're going to have some more content coming to y'all. So you want to make sure, like, subscribe, hit that bell down below so that way you get notified when we post the next video next week. So we just want to thank y'all for tuning in, and we'll see y'all on the next one.